see, as soon as this practice is going on, then next will be give me some LSD, give me something else. This will go on. We don't want that. Just Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. It's on? Hare Krishna. Oh, I guess it's on. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Kisoranandana Vraja Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachari Jamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Yasodanandana Vraja Yashodanandana Vraja Jamuna Tira Banachari Jamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Vraja Yashodanandana Vraja Jamuna Tira Banachari Jamuna Tira Banachari Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Oh Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Oh Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Oh Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Oh Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Jai Go Premanande Jai Nitalila Vishnu Mitrapada Divine Grace Sila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananda Gudi Vaishnavinda Ki Sad Goswami Prabhu Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakti Vrinda Ki Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Go Shama Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhana Ki Vraja Bhumi Vrindavan Dham Ki Sri Gopastami Mahamahotsav Ki Sri Gomata Ki Jai Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the Assembled Body. All glories to the Assembled Body. All glories to the Assembled Body. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Glories to you, Srila Prabhupada. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksurun Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadamayam Didati Svaparandikam Aradhanastrinandandai Vridam Yache Puna Puna Srimad Rupa Padambujo Dulisyam Janma Janmani Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Panchakalpatrubhyasta Kripasindhu Vebhata Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Gopastami Mahamahotsav ki. So, one time, I believe it was Los Angeles, good old LAX, Prabhupada was leaving for somewhere, I don't remember. But he had to wait for his flight. So he was sitting there was a row of chairs, and he was sitting there on the chairs, and there was a row right in front of him, so I immediately sat down, so right in front where I could get a nice view. Immediately Prabhupada went like this, because one should never sit on same level or higher than spiritual master. So immediately Prabhupada went, I jumped on the ground. So therefore I had them, because this is the first time we're doing Gopastami here, so things will, now we learn things as we go along. But I was much higher than Prabhupada, so I told him to bring it down here. Hare Krishna. See the Prabhupada ki. So Nectar Devotion, chapter 21, it describes that the 8th day of the bright half of the month of Kartik is known as Gopastami. On this day, and also Govardhan Puja and other occasions, even Sri Krishna himself would worship the cows. Because this is a day that he graduated from Vatsapal, because calf we call Vats. So previously he was Vatsapal. So on this day he became Gopal, taking care of the cows. So this is as we see every evening, we're seeing the moon is growing and growing. So this is the bright half, and this is the 8th day. Now moon is almost half tonight. You'll see when moonrise comes, moon will be half, almost half exactly as Astami. So previously Krishna was taking out the calves. So the calves, he was tending the calves. That's near the village. He didn't have to go very far. But as he became older, then the cowherd boys, they began to tease him. He said, you're a big man, huh? You lifted up the Govardhan Hill and you're just taking out the calves? Huh? What kind of a person are you, huh? You think you're a big man, but you're just taking out the calves. So the cowherd boys, they were teasing him too much. Because little boys, they sometimes like to tease too much. So next morning, Lala, he wouldn't wake up. His mother Yasoda tried to get him up. Come on, Lala, get up. What's the matter, Lala? You have a toothache? You have a toothache, Lala? You have a toothache in your stomach, Lala? You have a toothache in your head, Lala? Come on, Lala, what's the matter? Anyway, the mothers, they're very expert. Anyway, anyhow, she got it out of Lala, what was the problem. that the boys are teasing him too much. Because he's just taking out the calves and now he's a big boy. He should be taking out the cows. So Mother Yasoda went to Nanda Baba and told the situation. So Nanda Baba, he went to Sandili Rishi. Because Nanda Baba's guru, just like Basudev, his guru in Mathura is Garga Rishi. So Nanda Baba's guru in Braj is Garga Muni's disciple, Sandili Rishi. So he went to Sandili Rishi and told the situation. And Sandili Rishi said, well, today's Gopastami. This is a very auspicious day to give the charge of the cows over to Krishna. Huh? But Mother Yasoda was not agree. Because if he takes out the cows, he's going to go far in the forest. Sometimes there may be thorns, there may be stones, sometimes there may be rain, sometimes it may be too hot. He's very far away. So she's not agreeing to let him take over the cows. So Nanda Baba and Sandili Rishi began to think what to do. So Sandili Rishi said, actually, there's one chadar that's completely black. Sometimes you see the Rajasthani paintings, Krishna's got this black chadar over his head. Kali Kamli Wali. We call that black chadar Kali Kamli. So Sandali Rishi said, anyone who has that Kali Kamli, he'll never be disturbed by thirst, by hunger, by heat, by cold. No type of difficulty will touch such a person. And so Nanda Baba said, but to make a Kali Kamli will take a long time. Do we know anyone who has one? He said, yeah, well, Vrindavan has one. You always see Radharani, she's in her little crib with this Kali Kamli coming out either side, and Krishna's pulling on the edge to see what's inside, and Radharani realized Krishna's face is just in front of her, so finally she opened her beautiful lotus petal eyes. But problem is that Nanda Baba, he's a king. Vrindavan, he's a king. Can one king go to another king and beg? He can't go and beg from another king. How would you get that? So Sandili Rishi thought for a minute. He said, actually, before we give him charge of the cows, we should do Kanya Puja. Kanya means young girl. And then we'll get that Kali Kamli in Dakshina. Because Sandili Rishi is a Brahmin, he can ask for Dakshina. Nanda Baba is a king, he can't go and beg from another king. So all right, so they went to Vrindavan. Vrindavan and Kirtita, they were overjoyed that Radharani was going to they were going to do this Kanya Puja with Radharani. They thought this is a very great idea. They're very happy. They're the dear friend of Nanda Baba and Yasoda. So they arranged this very beautiful Kanya Puja. And after the puja was over, Nanda Baba said, oh, very nice puja. And Vrindavan said, yes, very nice puja. And Sandali Rishi said, yes, very nice. And Nanda Baba said, yes, very nice. Yes, was done very, very nicely. And Nanda Baba poked Sandali Rishi, come on, ask. And Sandali Rishi said, well, actually, no puja is complete without dakshina. Vrindavan said, oh, you want diamonds, you want gold, you want silver? He said, no, we don't need any of that. Well, what do you want? We want that Kali Kamli. So Vrindavan said, immediately get one made, because the Kali Kamli, the threads from this side are woven by Lord Shiva, and the threads from this side are woven by Lord Brahma. So that will take some time. We need one today. The one that you already have, that's the one we could use. Oh, you want the one that we have? Yes, you take. So he gave that Kali Kamli to Nanda Baba, to Vrindavan, to Sandili Rishi. So then they went back to Nandagam, And then, because they're going to give the charge of the cows to Krishna, Mother Yasoda, she arranged some big function. Because in our Vedic culture, whenever there's some change in the life, some important change in the life, then we have some sort of function. Just like everything starts out with Vivaha Jagya. Vivaha means marriage. I don't know much about Sanskrit, but there seems to be some connection between two words in Sanskrit. One is Vivaha, we know that means marriage. And there's another word, Vivad, that means argument. But somehow or other, after Vivaha comes Vivad. I don't know if some Sanskrit scholar could tell me there's some connection, I don't know. Then there's Garbhadan Sanskar, then there's, Jatakarna Sanskar, Annaprashan, so many, and birthday. Also some type of function. You can ask your grandfather, those are from India, what they used to do on the birthday. They would call the Pandit, he would do some Homa, he would do some Ramayan Pat or Gita Pat or Bhagavad Pat, a reading of Bhagavatam. There'll always be distribution of prasadam. But now what do? We're losing our old Vedic culture. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday. But now, since Prabhupada has spread Krishna consciousness all over the world, many times the devotees are invited. It's our son's birthday. You come do kirtan, you have some Hari Katha, there'll be distribution of prasadam. So we're regaining. But still we keep one thing. Always there's a cake. And cake means you have to take a knife. Now knife, in any auspicious ceremony, something sharp like a knife or a sword, and it's very inauspicious. And what do we do with the knife? We cut the cake apart. We want to bring everybody together. We don't want to make, already there's so many separations. We don't want to separate, just like laddus, laddus, you bring everything together. Better than cake. That's just a Western thing. They want to have a knife and cut everybody, separate everybody. But you should distribute laddus, because that we bring together everyone. So Mother Yasoda, she made some sort of function for Krishna to give the charge of the cows over to Krishna. So in that function, she gave Krishna some wooden shoes and an umbrella. And Krishna said, Are Maya, what is this shoe and umbrella? And Mother Yasoda said, Lala, now you'll go far in the forest. There may be so many stones, there may be so many thorns, so you'll need some shoes. Sometimes the sun may be too hot, sometimes there may be rain, like that, you'll need umbrella. And Lala said, and Maya, for my cows, you're going to give shoe and umbrella for my cows? Arey Lala, why should I give shoe and umbrella for your cows? You don't know Maya? Cow is very sacred. Acha Lala, cow is very sacred. Yes, Maya. Just like I live in the hearts of all of my devotees, all the demigods live in the body of the cow. That's why cow is so special. All the demigods live within the body of the cow. Sometimes we see posters and we see all the demigods in different parts of the cow. Sometimes it says, what is that, 32 koti demigods. And sometimes we translate koti. I read a whole article by some Sanskrit scholar. Sometimes koti is translated as crore, 10 million. So there's 32 million demigods. 33, all right, whatever. Somewhere, something like that. But anyway, they said, but koti also means a certain status. Just like very high class Brahmin will call uncha koti. He's very high class. So there's 33 very special demigods. They live in the body of the cow. So Just like, so Lala said, just like I live in the hearts of all of my devotees, all the demigods live in the body of the cow. So he's very sacred, Maya. Are Lala, where am I going to get? Your cow can't hold umbrella. Who am I going to get to hold? You know, Nanda Baba has 9 lakhs of cows. You know the meaning of 1 lakh? You, the Gurukul boy. 1 lakh is how much? 100. Can you tell me? How much is 1 lakh? 100,000. So 9 lakhs means almost 1 megabyte. So my Yasoda, who's going to carry umbrella for your cow? 9 lakhs of cows, how are we going to, he can't carry, cow can't carry umbrella, we have to get somebody to carry umbrella. And cow, he's got 4 feet. Where are we going to get so many shoes for your cow? So I'm not going to give umbrella or shoes for your cows, Lala. Then Lala said, all right, Maya, then you keep this shoe and umbrella with you. If my cow is going to go barefoot, then I'm going to go barefoot. If my cow is going to go without umbrella, then I'm going to go without umbrella. In this connection, our Sanatana Goswami, in his commentary, he says when the cows heard that Krishna was going to go barefoot because of them, they went in the night and they smashed all of the rocks and pebbles and stones and thorns into very fine dust. Just like we see in Vrindavan, so much dust. But unfortunately, nice dusty roads, just like when I came to Vrindavan, we used to do Vrindavan Prikrama just on the soft dust of Braj. We call Braj Raj. But now they've paved it all over. And they tried to make some, once they realized it was all paved, and they took a little piece of that and tried to put some dirt, but everybody just puts their restaurant and everything there. Nobody can walk there. And now the street is smaller, so it's more jammed. But we used to just relish to walk on the dust of Braj, especially when we were on Braj Prikrama. And those soft, dusty paths are disappearing. Now our Prikrama Marg, we get to do Prikrama with cars and trucks and buses and motorcycles. Oh my God. Old days, maybe some bullock cart would come by, but we would just walk on the soft dust. So this dust, that was created, the cows smashed all the stones and pebbles and thorns into soft dust. And somewhere we see dust just like chandan. Somewhere we see dust just like red chandan. All the types of dust. If we go towards Unchagaon, but instead of turning across the bridge into Unchagaon, we turn the other way, there's such nice, fluffy, soft Braj Raj. I call it the Johnson & Johnson baby powder Raj. So soft. In fact, whenever I've taken Radhanath Swami there, he always has to put on a mask, because on the bottle of Johnson & Johnson it says for external use only. So Krishna, he walked all over this dust of Braj, barefoot. Therefore this dust is mixed with the lotus foot dust of Krishna. Therefore we see all the sadhus in Braj, they're always walking barefoot. They're hoping somehow or other there's some piece of dust that touched Krishna's lotus feet. They will get the touch of that dust and, oh, mera udar ho jaya, I'll be blessed. I'll be saved. So the cows smashed all of this dust into, all of this rocks and pebbles into nice soft dust. So Krishna walked all over this dust. So then Krishna was given charge of the cows. And that was specifically, there's a big celebration today in Ter Kadamba. Actually in Nandagam temple, they take two boys and dress them up like Krishna and Balaram. And if you've been to Nandagam temple, there's at the back of the temple there's a staircase that comes down, and then there's a part that's covered. On the other side there's a part that's, and all the Nandagam Brahmins come in their best kurtas and bagalbandis, all different pastel colors with gold and silver trims, and they have some old ancient books, and they're singing Gopastami songs with big Hindi letters this big, and they're all very joyful, and Krishna and Balaram are sitting there on the steps, and they're singing all these songs. Then they take Krishna and Balaram on their shoulders, and they take them around to the various temples of Nandagam. Then finally they all go to Ter Kadamba. So they all come to Ter Kadamba. And then, if you've been to Ter Kadamba, there's a place, now Ter Kadamba Baba has made it all completely covered with marble, and all different colored cows are all around, red cows and green cows. I never saw a green cow, but they have a green cow there, yellow cow and black cow and white cow. And there's a beautiful singhasan there. And they sit Krishna Balaram on that singhasan, and everybody sits on that white marble platform. And again they sing all kinds of old ancient Gopastami songs, glorifying Krishna taking over the cows. So, and everybody comes and brings their offerings. Because the Brishbasis believe, and Prabhupada also explained, that when these two boys take on the form of Krishna and Balaram, then they become Krishna and Balaram. Just like in the temple we have a deity made of stone, sometimes made of jewels, sometimes made of marble, sometimes made of wood. This is a deity made of little boy. So everybody comes with their sweet offering, and they offer their bhoga to Krishna and Balaram. And every day in our houses and our temples all over the world, we offer the bhoga to Krishna. And did we ever see him eat? Did we ever see? We never saw. We have faith. Our Prabhupada told us that you make a nice plate, you put tulsi on each preparation, and you say the beautiful prayers. We have faith that Krishna, just by hearing, Krishna eats, but we never saw him eat. But now, Krishna and Balaram, right before your eyes, they're eating everybody's offering. So this is, you can see them eating. This is the real Mahaprasad. Then they try to distribute it, and everybody's jumping over top of everyone to get some of that Mahaprasad. It's a big fun. This is a big festival at Ter Kadamba. Ter Kadamba is one of Krishna's favorite cow herding places. And it's called Ter Kadamba in Brij Bhasa. Ter means to call, to give a call. So it's very far away from the village. As we told, cow herding is outside the village. So Krishna goes there to Ter Kadamba with many of his cowherd boys, and then he sees that not everybody's there. So Krishna has a special mobile phone. Just like you have your phone with 10 numbers from, 0 to 9. So Krishna has one, but he only has 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And Krishna is our only hero. So he plays on his mobile phone. Oh, Sri Rama, Sudama, Soga Krishna, Madhumanga, please come in the forest, herding the cows. And all the cowherd boys who didn't come, because there's many there, but some didn't come, whoever Krishna called, they say, oh, we're coming. So that's one reason it's called Ter Kadamba. Krishna calls all the cowherd boys to come there. And the cowherd boys, the cows are grazing on the grass here and there, and the cowherds are playing in the soft dust, rolling in the dust and playing. Some are sitting underneath the trees and chanting. Some are swimming, beautiful kundas there, some are swimming. They're all having wonderful time. Then somewhere about noontime, they become hungry. So, and they've hung all their lunch bags in the trees there. So you go to Ter Kadamba, you'll see these trees that they try to grow straight, but they're melting in Krishna Prem. They again come down like this. Not like in the West, we were just in Bhaktivedanta Manor. And there they have trees so straight and straight, I would fall over on my back if I tried to see the top. But our Braj trees, they're melting in Krishna Prem, they come down. Some trees you see just lying on their shoulder, on their elbow like this, meditating on Krishna's pastimes, like that. In fact, in Ter Kadamba, if Ter Kadamba Baba didn't put, there's all these pillars and columns there, and so there's one big kunj, and he has very beautiful deities of Krishna Balaram sitting there in the kunj, and we sit there with Krishna Balaram. So anyway, these trees are called dungar. They're special trees in Braj. And the cowboys hang their lunch bags in the trees because the leaves, they give off water, evaporation. Evaporation causes a cooling effect. So this is Krishna's fridge. The dungar trees, that's Krishna's fridge. They hang their lunch bags there, they remain cool. So all the cowboys grab their lunch bags and they sit down, they look around, but Krishna is not there. They can't eat without Krishna. But Krishna, He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's the source of everything. He never gets hungry. The devotees, by their prayers, they call the Lord, He becomes hungry. But He has no hunger. So Krishna doesn't come. So then the cowboys, they don't have mobile phone. They have their own echo sound voice. So they all call, "Oh Krishna! Oh Krishna! Come take your lunch! We're all hungry!" And even Ter Kadamba Baba, he learned some Russian language. Krishna calls out, "Idu! Idu! I'm coming! I'm coming!" So there's another reason why it's called Ter Kadamba, all the cowboys calling Krishna. So then Krishna, he's taking his lunch, and all the cowboys are sitting all around him. First there's 8 special cowboys, then 16 more special cowboys, then 32, then 64, 120. Finally there's so many cowboys, all sitting around Krishna, and it doesn't matter whether they're in front, they're in back, they're this side, that side. Everyone sees that Krishna is looking at them and nobody else. This is the inconceivable potency of the Lord. Everyone sees that Krishna is looking at them and nobody else. And they take their lunch. Then Krishna, he takes a bite of his laddu and he hands it to Madhumangal. "Hey Batuka, just see what nice laddu my Maya Yasoda made." Do we learn that in our Bhakta class? In our Bhakti Vriksha program? That we take a bite of our laddu and give to our friend? Do we learn like that? This Vraja Prem is very, very difficult to understand. Very sweet. So Madhumangal, he takes bite, and he takes a bite out of his laddu, and he says, he hands it to the Lord and says, "Just see what type of laddu my Maya made." Did we learn that in our deity worship seminar with Nishringa Kavacha? That we take a bite and offer it to the Lord? If we found the pujari was eating the Mangal sweets before Mangal Arti, we'll take a stick and beat him out of the temple. But this is Braj, this is very sweet. So Krishna takes that bite of Madhumangal's bitten laddu. He says, "Oh, your mother, very nice laddu maker." Like this, pastimes are going on. But Krishna is only half full. Because we know Krishna, he too much likes. What food he likes too much? Makan, butter. But butter's in the village, not out in the forest. There's no butter out in the forest, it's only in the village. Every day in the villages, the girls are taking because in Vraj we don't take the scrape off the cream. We take the whole milk and turn it into yogurt, and then prrr, 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 we turn it into butter. So all the gopis are churning their yogurt, prrr, prrr, making butter, and they're all hoping when Lala will come and take our butter. We say stealing makka and chorb, but actually in their hearts they're hoping that Krishna will come and take their butter. But now he's out in the forest with the cows. There's no butter. So Krishna again gets on his mobile phone, and he gives a Ter call. Oh Lalita Bisaga Champakalata Kundalata Rangadevi Sudevi, please bring some butter quickly. So all the gopis, they come out into the forest, bringing pots of butter. They come there to Ter Kadamba. And they have their veils over their face, and it's like Banki Bihari Darshan. They're looking. But Krishna is somewhere in the forest. They can't see. So many people is there, but they can't see. Where is Krishna? So then they open up their veil, and they give a call, Ter. Oh Krishna! Oh Krishna! Come get some butter! And Krishna calls out, Idu, Idu, I'm coming. So Krishna comes there, but there's nothing to eat the butter with. There's no type of bowl to eat the butter. So in Ter Kadamba, there's so many kadamba trees. Now you've seen kadamba tree, or maybe you've not seen, but its leaf is just like a hand, like this, completely flat. But sometimes that leaf comes just like a cup. If you go to Ter Kadamba and you ask Ter Kadamba Baba, he has one, even now, 5,000 years later, so every once in a while, one leaf cup comes from the kadamba tree. So the kadamba trees, they make some little cups like this. So kadampat kadona dadpiye samsalona. So Krishna was eating the butter in the kadamba leaf cup like this. So final reason why it's called Ter Kadamba is the afternoon time, around 4:30 when we do that artik in the afternoon, late afternoon. That time of day is called Goduli. Because that's the time for the cows to come home. And so many cows, and kicking up the dust, they make a big cloud. Duli means dust. So we see that Goduli cloud. That cloud of the dust kicked up by the hooves of the cows. We know they're coming home. And that we know Krishna's coming home. So Krishna knows that time of day he has to take all the cows home, but they're all scattered here and there. So he climbs in the kadamba tree and he plays on his flute, and all the cows, they hear that flute, they all come running. And Biswanath Chakravarti Thakur describes that Krishna, he's got 108 jewel japamala. Just like we have our Tulsi Mala, 108 beads, he has 108 different jewels. And Krishna's cows, we just heard there's 9 lakhs. And they're divided principally into 4 groups. The white cows, just like we were worshipping this beautiful white cow today. Then the yellow cows, then the black cows, and the reddish cows. And those divided into 25 subgroups, means 100. Then we have cows color like chandan, and then we have cows with big spots, we have cows with little spots. And then one type of cow I still want to see, mridanga mukhi, face like a mridanga. Another type of cow, I'm not sure, I want to see singamukhi, face like a lion. Like this, 8 special groups of cows. So 108. So Krishna touches the leader of each group of cows and counts one jewel on his japamala. He touches the nose of each leader. Then he sees if all the 9 lakhs of cows have come. And if he sees any cow is missing, then he climbs back in the Kadamba tree to call her by her name. Because they all have names according to their colors. Just like the white cows, we call Daval. But actually Brishbasis, they don't like sharp letters like V, so they smooth it out into U, Doli. And their Brishbasis, they mix their R's and L's around, so it becomes, from Davali, it becomes Dori. Dori, then there's Motika, Moti means pearl, Chandrika, moonbeam, Chandani, moonlight, all beautiful names like this for the white cows. And then for the yellowish cows, we have Pili, Pitambari, Pingali, and Gori, and Gange. Because Ganga, if anybody's been to Prayag? Anybody been to Prayag? Then you saw Ganga's coming from this side, very golden color. And Jamuna's coming this side, very deep blue color. And then at the Sangam, you can see the water mixing. So Gange, she's in the yellowish cows. Gange, Giriraj Sutta. Then there's the black cows. We say Kali, but actually, as I said, Brishbazis mix R's and L's. So Kari and Chamala and Shamalangi, Krishnangi, Krishangi, all these nice names, and Jamune, because we just heard Jamuna is very deep color, so she's in the blackish cow. Jamune, Kalindi, they're all in the blackish cows. Then we have the reddish cows. Lali and Kumkumi, Sinduri, Aruni, just like sometimes we sing, Udilo Aruna Purava Bhagi. When the Purava Bhag, when the eastern side becomes Arun, reddish. So Aruni, Kumkumi, and we don't see anymore. But from Shastra we learn the Saraswati river, she was flowing in reddish color. So Saraswati is in the reddish cows. So if Krishna sees any cow is missing, then Madangamukhi and I forget what spotted cow is called, then Singamukhi and Chandani, who's like Chandan. I can't remember the names for spotted cow just now. Kapili. So he calls that cow by her name. Now all the cows know that they're supposed to come. They heard Krishna's flute, they know they're supposed to come. But some cows are very clever. They know one more thing, that if they don't come, Krishna will climb in the tree and call them by their own name with his own lotus mouth. Now you just imagine Krishna calling your name with his own lotus mouth. Just imagine. Krishna calling his name. O Panchagoda, Krishna Ram, Artabandhu, and who do we have? Janaki, and I can't think right now. Anyway, you just imagine Krishna calling your name with his own lotus mouth. So we see the cows, their ears always like this. But as soon as they hear Krishna call the name, boop, the ears go like this, to catch all that nectar. And when that ear fills up with nectar, it doesn't overflow from the top, overflow comes from here. And then those cows, they come running to Ter Kadamba, with their legs forwards and backwards and together, and forwards and backwards and together, and milk bag is going ka-choong, 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 and the cow is going they all come running to Ter Kadamba. So this is Krishna's Kahor Boi pastime place, Ter Kadamba. So now we're sitting here in the Bhaktivedanta Swami Goshala. This was the Goshala established personally by Srila Prabhupada. Because we heard the other day so many devotees telling how Prabhupada so much was concerned for his devotees. What time is it? 8:54. Okay, I was going to tell another. Can I tell another story? Prabhupada always, just like Giriraj Maharaj was telling how Prabhupada was looking at him with so much love, and Prabhupada was always concerned for his devotees. So sometimes people ask me the first time that I ever met Prabhupada, because I joined in Boulder, Colorado in the Rocky Mountains, but we heard that Prabhupada came to LA, the old La Cienega temple, La Cienega Boulevard temple, and so they sent me to LA to get initiated. Now in that temple there wasn't any place for Prabhupada to live, so they rented a house nearby, and Prabhupada stayed in that house, and he would come every morning for Darshan Artik, and then in those days we didn't have Guru Puja, that started later. The Darshan Artik, and then he would give Bhagavatam class. After Bhagavatam class, he'd take his favorite little gong, and we'd have kirtan. We don't do that anymore, but he always, after Bhagavatam class, he'd have a Nam Kirtan for a few minutes. And we'd all dance like anything in front of Prabhupada. Would just love to see us dancing. So, and then he'd go back to the apartment. So we arrived on Saturday, day before, because we were combining the initiation ceremony with the Sunday feast to attract people. So we arrived on Saturday after about noontime. So we weren't going to see Prabhupada till the next morning. But in LA, on Saturday nights, we used to go to Hollywood Boulevard. Now you all know Hollywood Boulevard, right? So we would go to Hollywood Boulevard and chant till very late, and sometimes up to past midnight even. Because when I joined, there was no such thing as Mangalarti. Maybe for the pujaris, but we used to get up at 6 o'clock. So we all went out on Sankirtan. Now in America, if chanting the holy name on the street is your religion, then the police can't stop you. But if you block traffic somehow or another, then they'll get you for that one. So there was a place in front of a restaurant called Diamond Jim's that was very, very wide sidewalk. So we could push people into that spot, and we would stand up against the street and chant. And we were led by a wonderful devotee named Vishnu Jan. And Vishnu Jan, he would just dance on his toes, looks like he was floating. And he played mridanga so sweetly. Prabhupada said he will chant his way back to Goloka. And we even had a Hollywood Boulevard raga for kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We even had part B. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that was our Hollywood. So we would all be in a half circle like this. Mr. John said, just like the eye of Krishna. And he would stand at the end of us, playing his mridanga and floating. Look, he was on his toes. He looked like he was floating. He can see the street. He can see the sidewalk, both. We could only see the sidewalk. All of a sudden, Vishnu Jan's eyes got big as saucers. And he said, Prabhupada. And he hit the sidewalk. We didn't see anything in front of us that would make him do that, so something must have happened behind us. I told this story in Vrindavan one time, and Gargamuni told us that particular night, Prabhupada asked, take me to Hollywood Boulevard. I want to see how my disciples are spreading the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya in this horrible place called Hollywood. So just that night, so we turned around, and there in Ford Admiral. Now you know how old I am because nobody's ever heard of a Ford Admiral. Mustang you may have heard of, whatever they have now. But Prabhupada it was a mid-sized Ford car, and Prabhupada was in the window with his hand in his bead bag, and he was making pranams to us. You don't want to know about us. We were the type of people, we crashed Yamaraj's hard drive. And Prabhupada, the pure devotee, he was so grateful. Prabhupada loved his disciples so much. He was so grateful that in this horrible place, in the night, Hollywood Boulevard, all kinds of strange creatures lived there in Hollywood Boulevard. And we were pushing on Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement. Prabhupada was so grateful. He was making pranams to us. We were embarrassed. We wanted to pull up the sidewalk and crawl underneath, Well, all we could do was hit the ground, So Prabhupada, he was also so concerned about the health of his devotees. See, even here in Vrindavan, the land of Gopal, it's so difficult to get cow's milk. So difficult. Everybody, because buffaloes give nice thick milk and you can mix it with water and you can make a big profit. So everybody's got buffaloes. He says somehow on the Gokul side of the river, we see more cows over there. Those who went Prikwan, we saw so many nice cows. So Prabhupada wanted to started a goshala so that the devotees could get real cow's milk. So somehow this original building in here, he got donation from some life member in Bombay named Taparia. We used to call this Taparia House. And Prabhupada established his goshala out of his love for the devotees because it's so important to get cow's milk. It creates fine tissues in the brain so that we can think about spiritual life. This is so beneficial. Because meat eaters, it's very difficult for them to understand spiritual life. They only think, I'm this body, and the whole goal of life to work hard and enjoy hard. That's their motto. But if you drink nice cow's milk and use cow ghee and everything, even now the scientists are really, first they were telling ghee, it's filled with cholesterol, and this. Now they're finding ghee, cow ghee, is full of so many beneficial things. So Prabhupada was so concerned. Prabhupada's love for us is this goshala. So this is Prabhupada's goshala, Bhaktivedanta Swami Goshala. We're sitting here today on this most auspicious day. So if you want to give, I guess they have a table somewhere people can give donations for the cows? Anyway, you can come here and take my donation for the cows, okay? Who's ever taking donation for the cows, come. And how much does it cost to maintain one cow for a year? So anybody wants to donate 36,000, you can maintain a cow for a year. So this is a very auspicious day, Gopastami. This is the goshala that Srila Prabhupada established for us, so we can have cow's milk. Yeah, just spread your chadar and go through the. Just go through the cow and spread your chadar. All right. So anyway, it's time for us to honor prasadam, made with cow's milk and cow's ghee, in this wonderful goshala that Srila Prabhupada established for us all. Srila Prabhupada ki! So even if you can't give 36, you can give something to. This is auspicious month of Kartik. This is Prabhupada's goshala. This is Gopastami day. You think about doing some auspicious activity like giving donation for the cows. Hare Krishna. Go Mata ki! Gopal ki! Gopastami Mahamahotsav ki! Go Premanande!